darkness doesn't feel empty. It feels like a quiet room filled with all the versions of myself I became while missing you. And as I sit here listening to the soft pulse of the night, I realize I've spent far too long trying to convince my heart that if it got a feeling, it still shapes its beat around. I breathe slowly, as if inhaling carefully might stop the memories from spilling out across the floor. But they come anyway, slow moving, heavy, familiar, each one carrying a moment I didn't know I still remembered. Your voice on the edge of a sigh, the way your eyes softened when you were too overwhelmed to speak. The small, fragile truths we never learned how to hold. It's strange how the mind tries to protect you from the pain, but the heart clings to the things that hurt because they were once the only things that felt real. I wonder if you still walk around with that quiet heaviness pressing on your chest, the one you never admitted to but couldn't hide from me. I wonder if your nights still end with you staring at the ceiling, trying to make sense of feelings you never found the courage to name. If you walk back into this room with your slow steps and your half-lost expression, I wouldn't ask you where you've been. Some souls disappear, not because they don't care, but because they care too deeply to stay where they're afraid to break. I imagine you sitting across from me, hands folded the way they always were when you were trying to protect something inside you from falling apart. And in that trembling quiet, the truth would rise between us. Not loud, not painful, just honest. We were never finished, we just stopped talking. Maybe you'd smile, a tight, uncertain smile, and the room would shift the way it always did when your walls lowered without you meaning them to. And I'd wanna reach for you, not to fix anything, not to claim anything, but simply to remind you that some hearts don't forget the ones they once beat softly for. But until that unlikely moment comes, I sit here with the night curling around my shoulders, breathing your name like a secret prayer I only dare to whisper when no one else can hear. Not out of longing, not out of desperation, but out of the quiet understanding that you were a chapter I never finished reading, a sentence paused in the middle, a story that still turns its face toward me whenever the world goes silent And maybe that's all I have to accept, that some love doesn't return. It simply settles soft and patient into the deeper corners of who we become. Waiting, not for you, not for me, but for the right moment to breathe. again. Some nights stretch themselves across my mind like a road with no destination, just mile after mile of thoughts that refuse to quiet down. And somewhere along that endless path your memory appears, not suddenly, not dramatically, but with the slow, deliberate softness of something that knows it still owns a piece of me. I lean back into the darkness, letting it swallow the edges of the room, while I try to gather the scattered parts of myself that start shaking. Whenever your name drifts through my mind, it's strange how someone can leave and still remain louder than everything that stayed. I wonder if you ever feel that pull to the quiet ache that shows up at the most inconvenient times, like when the world goes still and the memory of a voice you tried to forget brushes against your ribs with the gentleness of an unfinished goodbye. If the silence tonight had a shape, it would look like the distance between us, not wide, not impossible, just full of everything we never learned how to say. And I sit here breathing in the heavy calm, wondering if your thoughts ever return to me with the same tired tenderness mine return to you. If the door opened now, if you stepped inside with that quiet uncertainty that always gave you away, I wouldn't rush towards you, I wouldn't speak too soon. I just look at you, letting the moment unravel itself without forcing meaning into it. Some truths don't need to be spoken, they hang in the air like a familiar sense you recognize before you remember. I'd wanna tell you that I never expected perfection, that I never wanted you to be anything other than what you were, a complicated soul trying to navigate a world that kept asking too much of you. But those words would probably stay caught behind my tongue, trembling with fear of breaking whatever fragile piece your presence brought. There's an honesty in the way my heart still falters when your memory passes through me, not because I'm holding on, not because I can't let go, but because some connections don't fade with time, don't weaken with distance, don't dissolve with silence. They settle deep in the places where breath becomes meaning, where longing softens into acceptance. And maybe that's what this is now, not a longing for your return, not a hope for what could have been, but a quiet recognition that some souls in then we were brave enough to admit. There are moments in the middle of the night when the world feels like it's holding its breath, and in that fragile stillness I can hear every thought I tried to bury rise to the surface like waves that forgot how to be quiet. And somehow your name is always the first one that appears, soft, trembling like a truth that's been waiting too long to be spoken aloud. I sit here in the half-light watching the glow fade slowly from the walls, and I realize how many hours I've spent pretending the emptiness around me doesn't know your shape by heart. It's almost cruel how the mind forgets so easily, while the heart clings to the smallest fragments as if they were lifelines. Sometimes I catch myself reaching for moments that don't exist anymore. The sound of your breath when you were too tired to hide the fear in your voice, the uncertain smile that gave away every emotion you thought you were hiding. And I wonder when exactly you slipped into the part of me that I don't show to anyone else. If the night opened a door right now and you walked through it slow and unsure, I think time itself would hesitate. I wouldn't ask where you've been or why you stayed away. I wouldn't ask anything because some questions only make the wound deepen. And I've learned enough from hurting to know when silence is the kinder answer. Across from me, hands clasped the way you did when you were afraid of being seen too clearly. And maybe, just maybe, the calm between us would feel like something familiar, a place where your heart could stop running and mine could stop pretending it ever forgot the sound of yours. There's a strange comfort in missing someone honestly, without bitterness, without expectation, just the soft acknowledgement that something once mattered deep enough to leave a permanent echo. And though I tell myself I've learned to live without you, some nights reveal the truth in the quietest ways. Grows gentle enough to bring our path together again. I hope you arrive as the version of yourself you were always afraid to be, open, unguarded, ready to breathe without hiding. And if you can't, if life keeps us walking in different directions, I'll still hold a place inside me where your memory can rest without feeling like a burden. Tonight, I let the sadness sit beside me without fighting it, letting your absence unfold slowly. through the doorway of my silence, and I'll know not by sight, not by sound, but by the way my heartbeat changes, that what never truly ended has finally found its way home. Quiet feels so thick that every breath I take seems to echo back at me with the weight of everything I never found the courage to say. And tonight is one of those nights, the kind where the darkness wraps itself around my shoulders like an old friend who knows exactly where I'm hurting without asking a single question. I sit in the dim glow of a fading lamp, watching the shadows stretch themselves across the room like tired memories that refuse to fall asleep. Your name drifts through my mind in slow waking patterns, not sharp enough to wound, but deep enough to remind me that some stories don't lose their shape, no matter how many pages you try to turn. Sometimes I wonder if you ever feel that same quiet pull, that sudden tightening in the chest when a thought of me surfaces without warning. Not enough to break you, not enough to unravel your day, just enough to make you pause for half a heartbeat before moving on like nothing happened. I wonder if you ever stop walking just to let a memory breathe. If the door opened right now and you stepped inside with that fragile calm you always carried like armor, I wouldn't move. I'd just look at you with the kind of softness you never believed you deserved. And in that trembling silence, the truth would spill between us, that we were two people, too careful, too love, and too scared to let go. I'd wanna tell you that I never held your mistakes against you, that I understood your silence long before you spoke it, that your distance wasn't a surprise, only a sadness. But the words would probably die somewhere behind my teeth, as they always did when the moment grew too fragile to touch. And maybe you'd sit down, not close enough to break the spell, but close enough for the air to shift back into something that almost felt familiar. We'd share the same room, the same quiet, the same unspoken confession that neither of us stayed for the reasons we pretended, and neither of us left for the reasons we claimed. But the truth is, until that impossible moment arrives, I'm here, letting the night seep into my bones, letting the loneliness soften instead of sharpen, letting your memory exist, not as a wound, settle deeper into the spaces we carry where no one else can see. Not as a regret, but as a quiet truth that lives in me, with the rhythm of a slow, steady heartbeat, waiting for a night when the world grows soft enough for your shadow to find its way back to